Hello, fabulous people. This is the Together podcast, and this is the place where Cherise and I come together to help you get it together for your everyday business life. So we hope you enjoy.
Okay, how's it going? All right, can you hear I have some background noise. Can you hear it?
No.
Okay, good. It's off to the side, but I definitely feel like I hear it louder than I usually do. So good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing well. Happy.
Good. Your hair with that gray sweatshirt is amazing. It's just like, oh.
Thank you. I didn't know what I was doing. Thank you. Thank you. I
And the
appreciate
silver
that.
earrings, let's get you a smoky eye, and girl, you ready.
Thank you.
Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
How you feeling?
I feel good. I feel clear.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
clear.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm happy about our topic for today.
Yes. And so our topic for today is knowing your own season, knowing your own seasons, and really giving yourself permission to flow with your seasons. And so if we look at the seasons of the year, we have winter, spring, summer, fall, and each season does something different. Each season has a different purpose. Each season has different kind of hallmarks of what you see in that season and what you can expect in that season. And yet, I feel, me, myself personally, will beat myself up for not producing at the same level every season.
Yeah.
And so I'm having this conversation with myself because I know last week I was like, I'm not getting anything done and I've got to hire a coach because I'm not producing. And this week I'm like, and you're going into the fall. And so you feel like I feel the energy of the fall. So I am a really big, like, for whatever reason, like on the fall, I get on it. I like it and maybe it's the go back to school mentality.
Yeah.
Going back to school in the fall, it's time to work again. And so in the fall, like I just get it all done. Like I am, it's so interesting. And so the conversation I've been having myself is, why were you beating yourself up and expecting you to produce in the summer like you produce in the fall and at the beginning of the year? And not really giving yourself time, literally time off and time to rest and time to not produce. And so I think the other thing that coincides with that is one of my friends was just like, you don't really take vacation. I was like, yes, I do. I just got back from Greenville. But she was like, yeah, that was for the kids. And that was more like and work and not a vacation. And last time you went and checked in a hotel, you did that so you could get a book written. You didn't do that just to like be off. And so I was like, Sheila, you might have a point. And even if she was talking, I was like, nah, I could go check in the hotel again and get some work done. That'd be nice.
Exactly.
I felt so productive in that hotel. Oh my God. Y'all, if y'all need somewhere to go and be productive, Atlanta Perimeter Marriott. Perimeter Marriott. Because it's just, to me, the lobby is perfect. They have all of these different areas in the lobby so you can find your perfect little vibe zone. They got a little workout room, of course, and a pool, of course. And then I think they do the buffet breakfast. So you get up, you go to breakfast, you get to the lobby, you bang out your work until you get hungry. Then you right there in the lobby, the bar is right there. So you walk over to the bar, order your lunch, they bring it to you. You keep working. Like it was just really nice. But when I think about taking vacation, that's my idea of vacation right now. Like, oh, I could go work.
I know, me too.
I don't have to worry about cooking and cleaning. Like that would be such a dream. So the topic for today is making sure you know your season, that you operate in your season, and you don't beat yourself up when you're in your kind of off season. And so let's go through. So we know spring is usually a time for planting. Plant in spring. And then summer is a time for growth. where we're just watering and growing and enjoying the sun and watering and growing and enjoying the sun. Fall is usually the harvest. So that's where we're gathering and reaping the benefits of all like the watering and sowing that we've done. And then winter is the rest period. Winter is the rest period. So, Cherise, let me ask you, when is your spring? When is your summer? When is your fall? And when is your winter? What do you think?
Well, it's so funny that you are saying all this because I should really figure that out. So for me, spring is definitely when I'm like up and ready to go. You know what I mean? Like I am ready to work come springtime. But I love this awareness because I need to make sure that I am in the right season. You know, first of all, there's never a rest. Like you saying, oh, you never go on vacation. Now I do vacation. But guess what? A lot of my vacations are work.
They are.
I'm going on vacation this weekend for work. I'm going, a very good friend is getting married, and guess what I'm going to do? Make sure everyone looks amazing, and I'm going to vacation and enjoy this beautiful ceremony with these two beautiful people. But just knowing, like, you know, what is work. The point I want to get to is I want to curate my seasons.
Ooh.
I realized it, and I just realized that in this conversation with what you told me, because the whole, you know, fall is harvest. Of course, we knew that, learned that in school in the back of our minds, all that stuff. But when it comes to your life and your lifestyle and your work, I never imagined. And then rest in the winter, rest anytime. You know what I mean? So now that I'm more seasoned, I do understand rest has to happen.
Yeah.
But is it supposed to happen in a season? Oh, wow. I never thought about that because I was always in grind mode. I was always in hustle mode. Got to get it. So I never really gave myself permission to have a season. I'm learning this now. I'm learning this now in this moment.
That's so good. Okay, go back to that because that curate my season. Oh, that did something for my soul. Okay, so if you define that, what does that mean? Curate your season.
Okay, and let me give a disclaimer out here for my Facebook family. I'm not in Facebook today because I'm only on one device, so I can't see your comments. So hey, but please comment. You know, tap into the conversation, and afterwards, you know, we'll come in and we'll tap in and say hey and respond to you, okay? But curate your season. So I'm in a season overall of curating everything. Everything is about, for me, you know, alignment and curation, right? Is that a word, curation?
It is.
Okay,
now.
it's a word now. It's a word now. So,
you should put that on your social media later today, like curation.
Curation, yes, I am. So what I'm realizing, Natalie, is now that we've come into a more mature season in our entrepreneurship and life period, had we had the wisdom or knowledge to curate so many things along the way before, imagine where we would be. But don't worry about that. We know now. So what I mean when I say curate, I mean literally in this conversation, Natalie said, oh, this season, fall is for harvesting. And I'm going to say that. And spring is for planting. Summer's for growth. Fall harvest, and winter is for resting.
Yes.
You could have never got me to process that in that way ever in life. Now I've heard that a million times in school, in church, in school, but not like I hear it now. That's why, follow us, y'all. That's why I'm so grateful for awareness and awakening and expanding my consciousness. And that is where I am right now. If it's not expanding my consciousness so I can hear it different, and do something different with it, I don't want to hear it. So what I heard when you said the seasons, like you said, the curation hit your soul, the seasons hit my soul. I'm like, oh. I'm like, is that what I'm supposed to be doing in the seasons? Oh my goodness. And immediately I'm like, oh, so now out of all the years I've been living, I promise you right now, this is my aha of what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, I hear you as far as, what is your spring? What is your harvest time? Because you can curate that. You can curate that. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of people, winter is their harvest time, right? Because of the type of work that they do. Okay. Spring might be some people's harvest time. Like, for instance, people who do lawn care, right?
Yes.
So wintertime, I don't think that they're doing a lot of lawn care, but they might be maintaining, or gearing up, or getting the pipeline full, for the spring. But now when you said that, no, I can make the season what I need it to be based off really, what my life has said it was. But now I don't have to be willy-nilly about it. I don't have to just say, oh, okay, all right, here we are. We're in harvest time, and not be ready for harvest time.
Okay. Oh, so much I want to say. All right. The first I want to say is, this is why it's important for you to track the numbers of your business. Because after you track your numbers, your weekly numbers, or after about 2-3 years, your business will tell you what the seasons are. So, for example, as a therapist, a lot of people go on vacation in the summertime. So that's the perfect time for us to rest, because a lot of people aren't coming in. So that would be a rest time. We do really well in the fall. We do really well in the spring. But rest needs to be accounted for, and that's probably where it fits the best. So follow the numbers. Look back at your numbers over the last 3 years for the weeks. What were your high weeks? What were your low weeks? And from there, plot out what seasons you need to be in. And how does that work for you and your business? So that's one. The second thing I want to say, there are just times, because I just recently had a friend go through this, and it kept feeling like she just kept hitting the wall and hitting the wall and hitting the wall. And then I think it dawned on me to be like, sit down and be still. I don't think you're supposed to be pushing right now.
Right.
And so, like, if you were in your garden trying to till the ground in winter time, where there's a layer of permafrost on and it's freezing outside, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to get anywhere. And so I think you have to also pay attention to the energies of your life. If it feels like I can't make a dent in this soil right now, then maybe that's not the season you need to be planning in. And just back up and feel the energy, and give yourself permission to rest in the off season. Or if you don't want 100% rest in the off season, like
can't really rest.
Okay, do the things that you know you could do. So where is that? Sharpen the saw, sharpen your saws, sharpen your hoe, your axe, or whatnot, like those maintenance things. In my field, that might be take another education course or a workshop or a CE to get yourself ready for the next season. And so there's things that you can be doing if you feel like I gotta be doing something, but you may not be able to plant that seed right now or reap a harvest right now, solely because you're not in the right season.
Yeah. Oh, that is so good.
Yeah.
So speaking to entrepreneurs, this comes up, and these are things that I have to be really aware of and, transparent about, because the first thing that comes to mind, and we had a similar conversation before within the year sometime, the desperation. If you are in desperation, you can't even begin to think you can rest.
That's true. Oh, that's true.
So let's speak to that, Natalie. A lot of people don't think that they have room to rest, but rest can look many ways for one. But let's bring the business into that, which is something that I have had to learn. That's where you got to be filling that pipeline.
You got to be filling the
You
pipeline.
got to be marketing. You got to be visible.
You got to be working.
Got to be networking. Yeah. And here's the other thing. Let's talk about the numbers. And this has always been an issue of mine because I've always, traded my time for money. And with that hard pivot and transition now, finding value in membership. Finding value in the way people are making their consistent payments. So it sounds like to me, therapists could be in the same, when we talk about this a lot, that you all are very similar to the beauty industry.
Very similar.
It's a certain season. This summer, wintertime, so people aren't getting the services that they would normally get, right? I'm guilty. I don't get my feet done like I normally would in the wintertime. And I wear gym shoes all the time. So it's like, okay, as long as they're not tore up, but sometimes they look bad. They're tore up anyway. But what are you feeling in, where are you feeling in those gaps? Money gaps. Like you don't have to have them. Like, are you filling them in with product? Are you filling them in with new clients, with workshops? Events, how are you replacing that money? And not only that, that's why membership is so important. Having a membership platform for your clients is important. They appreciate that too. They appreciate paying on automation for something that they know that they want and need. So I would love for so many of us entrepreneurs to see the value in the membership, because I realized that there was a mindset shift with that. If you're tied to your clients in a way, some people have issue with asking them to pay them a monthly, payment. They pay you anyway. And the other issue is how do you balance those numbers? You just got to go in there. You got to make the numbers make sense compared to what services they get. And then, if there's a balance over, or, that's where the concierge service comes in for me. Right. You pay this much, no matter what you get, right? Yeah. But you're getting quality, and you got me when you need me. So you got that in your back pocket always. With me if you're in my concierge, club. So I just had to speak to that, because that desperation to have you thinking you can't rest, and you got to rest.
That is so true. It will have you thinking that. And the beautiful thing about rest is if you rest, it allows you to produce more consistently.
Yes.
And so you can't, even the land can't produce every year after year after year after year. You will hear various farmers, even in the Bible, talk about giving the land a rest. Letting it recoup. And so figuring out what those rest periods are for you and yourself. And like you said, if that rest period means that I'm not going to be getting my regular income, what do I need to do to fill it in? What do I need to do to fill it in? And sitting down and figuring that out. And I think we all need to figure that out, period.
Yeah. I agree.
One of my mentors wound up getting lung cancer. And so she was an entrepreneur. So she had to pivot her whole business so that she could support her health and do everything that she needed to support her health. And so heaven forbid anything like that happens. But if something does happen, how could you pivot your business? How could you pivot your business? And so I think one of the things, and I just thought about this weekend, when I was talking to this lady about, she's working for a warehouse and they have no policies and procedures in place for no crisis whatsoever. And it just made me think about, how many policies and procedures do I have in place for crisis? We have some basic, how do you handle this? How does this get paid? But I haven't sat down and said, what if I couldn't work anymore? Let's say something happens to my voice and I can't work anymore. Right. What does that mean? How do I shift? How do I transition? What does that mean? And so I think as you guys, we're challenging you guys, we're asking you guys, we're encouraging you guys to sit down and say, what are the seasons of my business? When is my rest time? And what if I had to pivot my whole business? What would I do? What would I do?
Yeah,
And
that's
just
it.
having some ideas will do a couple of things. First, it'll keep you out of panic. Which will keep you out of desperation. Second,
Yeah.
it will get you thinking faster because it's like the thought process has already been there. So if you've trained your brain, if you've had the experience of thinking about what if, yeah, not to the point of like anxiety, but just a good kind of exercise. What if this happened in my business? What if this happened in my business? What if this happened in my business? Then you get your brain thinking like that already. So if you have to make a shift, you can make a shift. It's like you've already kind of built that muscle a little bit. And so if you have to make a shift, you just simply make a shift. It's going to be so much easier. And so, and I know, like, who has time to sit down and just think about their business? But you guys, you will, like, if you make the time, you will save yourself so much time and energy. And so at the end of the year, I always do. I don't know if I always. I try to do like a big kind of strategic planning, business strategic planning for the next year, because if you write down a plan for your business for the next year, even if you never look at it, you will be more profitable because you just thought things out already. You just put some extra thought into it. And so it guarantees you will be more profitable only just by making a plan for the next year. It is amazing the power of a strategic plan for your next year, of just sitting down and thinking about, when am I going to have money? When am I not going to have money? What season am I going to be in? What do I need to do? Okay, what if I put this in place when this happens? And writing that down, you never look at it, you will still be like more profitable than not.
Yeah, I agree with that. So funny thing, I got this amazing aha and confirmation while you were talking. I think you just outlined the event, the September event.
Really? Do tell. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So you talked about definitely the seasons are in alignment with the event.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then everything you just said from there, you know, like a planning day for the following year, you know, like all of that, it's just clarity.
Yeah.
And a lot of the clarity that I've been able to come into, you know, recently is looking at the numbers, facing the numbers, regardless, even daily, you know, like while I'm used to making money every day in the salon, like, no, you have a new life. Like, you don't make money every day like you used to, which I should be, because I should be selling some products and things that should be coming in while I'm asleep, right? More. I do have some things in place, but not enough. I'm not waking up to enough new cash in my account every day. So with that being said, it's like, you know, where is your money? Where is your money every single day? And when is the money coming in? Okay, so if I'm not making money daily like I did in the salon, okay, so on Friday I know I have this photo shoot. Okay, I know I have on Sunday I did a presentation I have to send out an invoice for. How is my money looking, and putting the value on that? Because I know for sure, and I love to say these things out loud, because then it gives words to some things that people are thinking or don't understand. And I hope someone can relate to this. But I didn't see value I saw my value behind the chair. Okay, so when I was doing some other things, and maybe I was doing it for low cost or no pay, and then maybe I do, you know, okay, well, I'll offer you this. I'll do it for no pay, but I'll make an offer or something. I wasn't seeing the value in that because my value was behind the chair. So I was still operating with that mindset, instead of, oh, on Sunday, I just spoke to some ladies for a couple of hours and made as much money as I would make a day in the salon. I've been working on, that's what I've been working on for years. And you forget, that's been your goal. Like, you've been working on creating 20K days forever, 200K weekends forever. Like, you're in it, you're walking in it, you're closer by the day by doing the work you said you were gonna do.
Yeah.
But you got to make that transition out of the old mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because and knowing what to do with your time. If it's rest time, okay, go rest. So when you wake up out of the rest, those amazing ideas will come through and flow, and you can execute like never before.
Oh, and that sweet zone of execution feels so good.
Yeah. So you gotta look at this again because you outlined the whole situation. It was good too.
I can't wait for your September event. Yeah. And the Love Your Numbers event, you guys, it is coming. Actually, I think I'm moving it to October.
Oh, okay, October.
Because I needed it because I have another event in September and they were bumping heads. So it should be, hopefully, I'll get that out this week and start marketing next week. Yeah. Probably. I'll make that a specific goal. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
So I'm excited.
You should be.
All right. What else is coming up for you today?
Just moving into a space of clarity and certainty and, great communication with your community. Running into a lot of entrepreneurs who, because let me remind you that we started out building community back in the day with no internet.
Right.
With no Facebook, no Instagram, LinkedIn and all that. We built community. So we would go out to networking events and we would meet people. We would take emails and numbers and we would talk to people through events and emails and phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how we started building our communities, I believe, and got the confidence to start building a business that we love and that we're good at. Mm-hmm. And you should always be building community. You build that community through clarity and who you are, what you do, who you serve, how you serve them, right? With confidence. Yeah. So just go ahead. No, I'm just about to say awareness. I really want people to lock in that awareness of where you came from. And reminding you've been a community builder. It just looks different today.
It does. What came to mind for me is I need to write down what are my essentially daily / weekly maintenance activities that I always do. And then what are my growth building activities? And then make sure that I'm doing those growth building activities in the appropriate season. And then that kind of maintenance work that's being done every day, like it's in my system. So every day, like wash my face, brush my teeth, do a post on social media or whatever. But that makes it into my regular daily routine because that's a regular daily maintenance activity. And then when I go into a season of growth, a season of building, launching, which is the new term, launching, then what are those activities and what does that look like?
Girl, I just got a really, really a really crazy download for you. I can't even say it on here. I'll text it to you after. Okay. What else?
You need to write it down. Okay. All right. Well, we want the people to get everything we got. So is there I
can't say it on here.
Whitewashed version that you can or a skill or a hint or a lesson or something that we can have for the people?
Okay, so yeah, we can do that. My thing is get clear. Period. Just like I was saying, you should always be building your community because if you are building, rebuilding, or growing business, period, you have to do that within a community. You can't. You're pretty much not going to sell to strangers unless you just have this special gift, which you need to, sharpen maybe. But you should always be building community and being clear about who that community is and how you serve them. That is a place I have to stick to with consistency now is build your freaking community. Because when you have these amazing ideas, you have to have the people to share it with and to sell it to. You know, to maintain a business. You said you're a business. You got to sell to somebody. Who you gonna sell to?
That's true. That's so true.
And that's all I got for now.
Okay.
I'm good. I have no idea what time it is or anything because I can't see on my phone.
It's 9:30, so we're about. We usually go to 9:50, but that's enough for today.
Yeah, we're good.
I think if you can take what we said today and like literally sit down and start working on and looking at your numbers and what are my seasons? Okay, so this is my rest period. This is when I schedule my vacation. And because of this conversation, I will. Even when I'm like, I'm gonna schedule a vacation, I'm like, I could get so much work done though. So I will, I'll figure out how to schedule myself half a vacation. Where I'm doing maybe on the beach half the day and maybe working at night or something like, or vice versa, or something. And
that's understood because you love your work.
All the kids are back at school. Okay, I'll run down to Panama. And that'll work.
Yeah. And I think that work is okay to be in, you know, balance it because you really love what you do and it's something that fuels you. You know, you just know you can't be constantly working the whole time and
you can't. You'll burn yourself out. So,
and when
I was looking for coaches, and I think I found one. But I was looking for coaches, and so many coaches were like, "I'm a burnout coach. I'm a burnout coach. I'm a burnout coach." And I was like, "Is it that many people who get themselves burned out? That's not good. That's not good at all." So anyway, all right, my dear. Well, you have a fabulous day.
You as well.
All right, talk to you.
And I will be in your text message in just a minute.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.